Coach has already named you the starter going into the season. Is there any kind of less pressure than last year when you didn't know you were going to start until opening night?
I don't think it matters at all. I think I prepare the same way every season, no matter like what anyone has to say or what coach has predicted. I just treat every game, every practice like it's an important one, and just take each day one at a time.
How have you improved since last year at this time?
What have I improved?
Yeah.
I did a lot of skating over the summer. I was here all summer, working with a bunch of the guys that were here, getting in the weight room with Cam. I guess on the ice, just working on little things, just trying to see pucks as much as possible. And then going to San Jose, I learned a bunch with some of their goalie coaches on different things, different styles, so it's good.
Eric, you kind of had a breakout year last year. What do you kind of got to do to repeat those same results, and what are you kind of expecting for yourself this season?
I think I just gotta do what I do best, just play my game. I don't feel too much pressure about this year. I just, I have high expectations for myself, but that's just because I'm competitive and I like to be hard on myself at times. So my expectations are to just hopefully improve on the numbers I had last year, and as a team, try to help our team improve as well. So.
Time and time again last season, team development was stressed over wins and losses. Does that change at all this year? Is there any added pressure now that you guys have a year under your belts in the Big Ten and some big wins under your belt too?
Yeah, I think we're a little bit more comfortable with ourselves. We only have 3 new guys, and we lost one. So we're excited. We have a really good culture right now, and we're all on the same page, I think. So going into the season, I think we have high expectations for ourselves, and we're ready to prove it.
How do you think this is for any of you guys, how do you think the rest of the Big Ten will kind of stack up? Think it's better? Is it better? What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's going to be solid as always. I mean, I know teams like Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio State, they all signed a lot of good players, so they lost a lot of talent on both ends of the ice. But with schools like that are such big name schools in Big Ten Conference, I don't think any of our schools now in the Big Ten are going to have any problems reloading every year. So they're going to have tons of freshmen coming in that can step right in and play, I'm sure. So even with the losses that all the teams have suffered, I don't think everyone's going to be competitive, and Big Ten Conference is going to continue to be a powerhouse as far as the conferences go.
Matt, you had some pretty impressive saves and pretty impressive games overall in the Big Ten tournament to finish off last year. How much does that help just kind of getting you that momentum? I know last year you talked a lot about being more and more confident as the year went along and really just finding your role on the team. And where do you think you are now versus maybe the Matt Skoff 2 years ago?
I guess just any time I'm in the net, I'm giving my team the best chance to win. And that's whether it's working hard in practice or going on the ice early, helping out some guys with little things. Or I think my role is I'm an upperclassman now. I have to lead by example, and that's in practice and in games. So just going forward here, like I said before, anytime I'm in the net, I want to give my team the best chance to win.
Does it help the confidence at all knowing that you go through a whole season, and performing the way that you did? Maybe you guys didn't win every game that you were in, but you lost them. A lot of them were close, and a lot of that had to do with you as much as the other guys.
Yeah, I think going off of what Luke said, I think everyone's just a little more comfortable. And we did only lose one senior, and we learned a lot. Obviously, with our record shows that we lost a lot of games, but with losing comes learning, and we have all our guys coming back besides one, and we have 3 guys, three pretty good freshmen that can step in and play right away. So.
What do you guys see so far from those freshmen just in your conference practices?
I mean, I've seen a lot of promise out of them. They've all come in and shown that they want to be here. They all work hard. and they all have shown some serious flashes of skill as well. So, I think each one of them can come in and make a huge impact for us on any given night. And I just think as far as the freshman class goes for all the teams in the Big Ten, even though our class is small, I think the talent pool that we brought in is up there with the best of them.
Having a guy like Conway, I think, kind of help up the scoring average for you guys, just kind of an immediate impact guy?
I'd like to hope so. I think he's got a good resume in junior hockey, and he's done well everywhere he's went. So, I think that's what we're all hoping, is that he'll come in and make a good impact for us. So that's we'll just go from there and see how he does.
Luke, you missed a significant amount of time last season from injury, and now you're also an upperclassman, and you're recently named one of the Big Ten players to watch this season. How does that feel, and what kind of expectations do you have for yourself personally this season?
Obviously, it's a good feeling to have coaches from the conference recognize you as a player to watch. But that doesn't change anything for me. I had to prove myself every day that I belong in that class of guys. So, looking forward to the season, really trying to produce and help the team win as well as I can. So.
With Luke and Matt, you guys have touched on leadership roles as juniors, but as your entire class, what is the expectation for this junior class now that you guys are upperclassmen?
The junior class, like just for us as individuals?
Just
it's a whole,
just our whole class. I think we're all, we all expect big things out of each other. This is my first year returning, so those guys have been together for 2 years, but just with how well and how big our junior class is, I think where we take up such a large portion of the team and with all the experience that we have, I think it's really important to us to kind of step up and act like we're seniors, because we're going to be seniors next year, and I think it's time to start acting like upperclassmen and kind of lead the way for the younger guys. The sophomores, they have good experience, but they still have a lot of growing to do as well. So I think we need to, as a class, step up and kind of take the reins with the seniors and kind of just keep going, keep pushing to build this program.
Eric, you're going back to Alaska this year. What do you think that you don't want to look at to beyond October 10th and 11th? But what do you think that will be like for you personally?
It'll be cool. Obviously they have a different coach now, different coaching staff, but I still know a couple of the guys on the team that I was freshman with, so it'll be nice to go back and see them and play against them. I'm excited for it. It'll be fun. I had a good time up there, so it'll be fun to go back up and play against some of my old friends.
Coach told us that Zach Zarr will be out until probably Christmas or after Christmas. What do you guys have to do? This is for any of you, maybe also going forward, but what do you guys have to do to kind of counteract that loss and balance out the loss of those behind that?
I think everyone just has to kind of step up and play tough. We're a pretty big team. I'd say we're one of the bigger teams in college hockey, and obviously losing him, he's a monster of a kid. So I think everyone just has to step up and play gritty and play tough. Me, myself included, I think I can improve on my game in that aspect. I can play a little harder and a little tougher. So I think if everyone just kind of steps up and adds a little grit to their game, I don't think we'll have any problem replacing Sarr, even though he is a great player.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I think for our forwards, we just have tremendous depth this year. So bringing in the two forwards this year and having pretty much all returners except for one, that anybody's able to step up and fill different roles, and I think Coach Godowski's going to have a lot of fun trying to figure out the line. So
you feel like you maybe have more depth than last year, and especially seeing how the season goes, you get injuries all along the way. Do you guys feel a little bit more comfortable with the numbers that you have this year?
Yeah, it's right now just within practice. Coach Godowski, I think he's going to have a really tough time deciding who's going to be in the lineup every night. I think, especially up front, and even on the defensive end of the puck now, everyone's improving a lot, especially over the summer. So I think just over the summer and as the year went on, the improvement everyone made our depth as a whole, up front and on the back end and in goal is a lot better than from the start of last season. So I think it's pretty much whoever wants to be in the lineup is going to step up and take it.
You guys have mentioned confidence. The guys before you mentioned confidence, and even Coach Gadowski kind of mentioned it. You may have never put a number to it, but if you were this confident last year, do you have an idea of how many games, maybe those one goal ones where maybe you didn't feel as confident in those pressure moments that maybe it makes a difference? I mean, how much does it swing? How much does confidence matter swinging those kinds of games either way?
Yeah, I think it's pretty tough to tell. Like, I mean, 1-goal games are it's a one bounce game, so I think confidence makes a huge part of it. I think having good chemistry and good culture and have makes a huge part. So if we won half the games that we lost by 1 goal, I think it'd be a totally different season. I think everybody's just really looking forward to getting the opportunity to play in 1-goal games and showing everybody that we could tough some of those out.
Time for a couple more.
Matt, you and Ian both, obviously with him being drafted by the Islanders, but you both had NHL development camp experiences this summer. Can you speak just a little bit about your experience with San Jose and anything you guys maybe traded back and forth, some things that you learned while you were there?
Yeah, I think it just sets a belief that someday you can be there. Just learning on little things like habits and looking at the returning guys that they had play in the NHL a couple games, just how they go about in practice is kind of like it's nice to look up to and just see how they model themselves in practice and in the weight room is huge, and that's a huge part of the game today if you want to play at that level.
How much did even staying this summer, like you mentioned, that having that opportunity to stay and work out and get better, how much does that kind of set you even ahead for where maybe you were last year coming into the season?
I think it's good as far as like a team aspect because I was here with a bunch of the guys. It wasn't just me and one other teammate. Working out as a team is good, just for the whole team as a whole. So not just myself, but when we have a lot of guys working together, on like Sunday mornings or whatever it was we were doing, we were pulling the same way, and those experiences together are really important for a team going into the season.
Take one more.
Eric, Coach mentioned that you had a positive experience at Wild Camp, learned a little bit about sort of like consistency of what it takes to be at that level. How are you taking that back to Penn State, as a leading scorer? What kind of things did you learn from that camp to bring into this season?
Yeah, I think it was a really good camp for me. It was interesting to kind of, be on the ice with some professional coaches and some guys that have played pro hockey and kind of just, watch them and pick their brain a little bit. And the biggest thing is what, like Coach Kadowski mentioned, I mentioned to him, was consistency, especially at that level. You're playing an 82-game season. And as those guys in the leading scorers, Sidney Crosby's and guys like those, they're coming to play every single night. They don't get nights off because they're needed every single night. So the biggest thing I've been trying to work on and that I would like to see myself improve on is just being consistent and coming to play every single night and trying to make an impact as best I can every single night. Because I think if I can do that, I think I can help our team achieve hopefully a few more victories than